Page 37.
On page 42, there's item 7 about revised job descriptions for director of utilities and account clerk 2. Is that the section you're referring to?
Sounds like it, but I can't find it on mine. I'm on 54. I'm gonna go down to 42 where I
Because that
thought.
was on page 42 when I scroll through the numbered pages.
Of the whole package.
Did you pull up the revised one?
Yeah, there's nothing different really.
Well, let me go
It
back.
doesn't matter.
Let me go back to 42, because all the information that I made notes on is on that. And it pertained to the director of utilities, basically.
And that's what,
And it had to do with the comments.
Is the confusion that the item on the minutes for Director of Utilities, which is on page 37, has next to it in parentheses, page 40 to 43, but that was in reference to the original agenda packet for that evening and not for these minutes or this packet. So maybe that's the problem.
Kind of look at what section you're looking at
Okay, I'm looking, yeah, please do.
on your, which one it is.
Well, see right here.
Oh, so that's staff and committee reports. So
Yeah.
7.3. So let me find that for you.
7.3.
Yeah, but I found the information that I was gonna question you on page 42, and I don't see
That's
that.
page 37.
Oh, yeah, it is too. No.
So if you're looking for that particular one, then that's on page 37.
Director Davis asked about street lighting.
No.
That's on page 37.
Utility report?
No, yeah. Sorry.
Well, okay. Let me find out if I can ask this question here. Okay. You say we need a director of utilities, correct?
We will
We
eventually.
cannot have that discussion right now.
Oh,
I think
okay.
that's what she's saying you can bring up in board comment.
Okay, all right,
I'll make a note that you want to bring that up in board comment.
all right.
Okay. Was that it for item number 1?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else have comments or questions on item number 1? The public comments on item number 1 on the consent calendar. No, all right, we will move on to item number 4.
So we're going to approve that separately.
We are gonna do those separately now. Okay, item 1, I need a motion.
Make a motion that we approve item 1 under consent calendar.
Second.
Director Beatty?
Yes.
Director Davis?
Yes.
Director Smiley?
Yes.
Director Sangster?
Yes.
Okay, now 8.4.
Let's see if I can get to it here.
Page 65 of that list.
It's 65.
I know where it is, but oh, okay. Yeah, this is on the FEMA, which I'm very much approve FEMA. But now, you've got on here, who's gonna be in charge of applying for FEMA? You got the general manager, the fire chief, you got Tamara on here? Or is it just,
So per the staff report, the resolution designates, we have to designate positions as authorized agents in case, in this case, it's authorizing the general manager and the fire chief. So the general manager and the fire chief are authorized agents for the district once this is approved. This is a similar resolution to the one that was approved 3 years ago. This is a formality for FEMA. They have to have somebody on record and and it's a 3-year cycle.
Okay, and tomorrow will be the certifier, right?
Tomorrow, as the board clerk, is the certifier.
Okay. All right,
So this doesn't give any specific authority other than if we are applying for something from FEMA or signing for something from FEMA, then the general manager or the fire chief are authorized to do that.
okay. I'd answer that question.
Any questions or comments on that?
Nothing else.
Okay. Is there any public comment on item number 4 on consent calendar? No.
Okay, can I have a motion?
I move that we adopt item 4 under comment.
Point 4.
I'll second it.
Director Davis?
Yes.
Director Smiley?
Yes.
Director Beatty?
Yes.
Director Sangster?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, we'll move on to item number 5.
Be happy to answer any questions on item 5.
All right, yeah, Scott, you can answer this. Now, we approved the 2025 fire code ordinance, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then, the January 2026 resolution, is that about the fire ordinance also?
I'm not sure what you're referring to as January 2026. It's 01/2026 is the ordinance. Is that what you're referring to?
Yes.
Yeah, so ordinance are numbered 1 through whatever, and there's not many ordinances that go through the district. 01 just means it's the first ordinance of year 2026.
Okay.
And this is being approved by a resolution, the findings.
Okay.
Anything else? Comments or questions? So any public comment on item number 5 on the consent calendar? No.
Have a motion?
I move that we adopt item number 5.
Second.
Director Beatty?
Yes.
Director Davis?
Yes.
Director Smiley?
Yes.
Director Sangster?
Yes.
Okay, we're through the consent.
Thank you, directors. Okay, we'll move on to board action items. Number 1, about the claim detail and investment reports for June 2026.
You guys have the reports as submitted by the financial officer, and this is for through the end of June. So if you are looking at the revenue and expense reports, those are complete for the fiscal year, less any adjustments made by our CPA after review over the next month or so. If you have any questions, be happy to answer.
Thank you. Any comments or questions from the board?
No, here.
Director Davis? Okay.
This is just receive and file, so after public comment, yeah, there's no other questions.
Okay, it's already in there. I don't have any questions.
Any public comment on this item? Okay, motion to receive and file.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Hearing none.
Item number 2, annual discussion on legal fees.
Several years ago, the board requested that we have an annual annual discussion on legal fees so that the board was aware of what types of things that the board is and the district are spending legal fees on. In the written report, there is significant activities by fiscal year. For last fiscal year, the main things that we were spending legal fees on were Steinbeck litigation, review of grant agreements and contracts, several board censure proceedings, HR matters, MOU negotiations, and the general manager and fire chief contracts. We'll go through them all, but for the last 11 years, we have the different significant actions that were taking place in those fiscal years. Below that, we have a chart showing what we spent in total and the breakdown between Public Records Act, General SEIU, which is the Employee Association, Steinbeck litigation, HR, and the combination of the Public Records Act and HR on the chart. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Hopefully, anybody interested is looking at it on the computer because the chart is in color, so it's hard to see in black and white.
I can see it all right.
That's good.
So my question is, you got this chart here, goes all the way back to July of 24, and then all of a sudden, up here in February 26, it goes almost off the chart. Is there a reason for that?
What do you mean, almost off the chart?
Well, okay, it goes, the other ones, the highest one was like 30, and this, the one for 2026 goes up to 45.
Blue color goes all the way to the top.
Yeah. Is there a reason we have extra expenses?
I think Mr. Davis has a different chart.
What?
Why do you have a different chart?
Yeah.
That's a different chart.
Yeah, we have, ours is just the three colors that Mr. Davis.
Are they
You
dated?
got the right year?
I don't know.
Yeah, right, February
It looks the
2026.
same, it just,
Yes, but I have no blue on my chart for 25, 26, like he's
Yeah.
referring to.
That in 25, 26, the blue is next to nothing, so it doesn't even show up.
No.
120.
Well, how come it shows up on mine?
I have no idea. Can I take a look at what you're
Yes,
looking
you
at?
may.
What are you looking at?
Look at my steps.
What did he download?
I don't know.
I got it. Right here.
Where did you find that?
Right on here. On the page numbers.
Because the one in the packet doesn't look like that.
Is that the packet? Is that-
Yes, it's a
Yeah.
packet. It's a packet.
That's interesting. He's on page 138.
138.
I'm on 134.
Oh, here, oh, okay, I see, no, so he's on.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That's fluid resource management.
Oh, okay, that makes so much more sense.
So the chart is on 134.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look,
Okay,
Okay, don't skip ahead.
you scared us all.
Yeah, give us all a record.
I just going by the numbers that was. Let me see if I pick it up.
Right.
Is there any questions on anything? Or?
Yes, there it is. So, I don't know if you guys want me to go first or, okay. So, I mean, we hear it on the regular from the board, we hear it on the regular from the community members, that the monies that are spent on legal fees are of concern. Obviously, wanting to be good stewards of the public's money and hearing concern for the expenditures from the public. Obviously, we have, things that require the expertise of our legal counsel. So with that in mind, I guess my question would be, do we anticipate that the legal fees will level off or decrease over the next 5 years?
Yes,
They,
I anticipate that as the one billing you for them.
will they level off or will they decrease?
they should decrease. Especially with the, as you know, the final hearing in the Steinbeck matter is scheduled for August. And so that, if you look at the chart, it counts for a lot over the last, over a decade. Additionally, you just renegotiated a new MOU, and so we won't have to do that for a while. You just renegotiated your major employee contracts, so you won't have to do that for a while. And hopefully, when, getting a fifth board member through the election will calm some of the more bumpy waters that we have had in the past with the board, and we won't have to deal with those issues. And so I think it's very manageable, and there are obviously very foreseeable things that it will lower it, and then there are other things that I think can be recognized to certainly lower legal costs.
Okay. At some point, we'll get like a long-term customer discount, right?
You have it.
Okay. I was just putting my procurement hat on so we could, negotiate some pricing.
You go check out the fees we charge other public agencies. You got it.
Okay. Okay, that was really kind of all I had. I just wanted to kind of get a snapshot of what we anticipate in future spending. Obviously, it's one of our larger expenses across all the things that we do spend money on. And it's also very visible, or the public's very aware of it. So, we're aware of it, and we're doing what we can to mitigate those costs. I think we're doing the best we can to help save some money. Anybody has anything else?
Can I ask this question? It's about litigation, and it's kind of a big deal.
We can't discuss Steinbeck right now.
Okay.
We do have it on closed session though, if you'd like to save your question.
Yeah, okay, that's right.
Okay.
Because that's cost the district a lot of money. All right.
Any other board questions?
Any other comments, questions from the board? Director Davis? Is there any public comment on this item?
I'm going to direct this to the president of the board, since that's what I'm supposed to do. I'm hoping that the president of the board might direct this to district council if it's necessary. I understand just from hearing from the district council that there's going to be one more hearing on the lawsuit that we're involved in. And I understand from the radio today that it's about determining that San Miguel is a pueblo or not. And I don't care if that's true or not, but we have one more meeting. And my question to the board would be, since the consensus in the populace is that the judge has already made his decision on the lawsuit, and he's already directed one of the sides to come back with a document of some sort, and the chances are that we have lost our position, is it really worth the extra money to go to this next hearing? And my question to the board is, how much money could we save if we didn't participate in this next hearing and we just called it quits like Pastor just did? That would be my question, and I can't ask for that, so I'm going to ask you that. How much money could we save if we just said enough is enough and let's move on at this point?
Thank you. I think it's undetermined. And I think that's a closed session item that we'll be discussing tonight. Yep. Any other public comment? There is not. Okay. Thank you, District Council. We'll move on to item number 3, annual discussion on fluid resource management.
This again is a item that has been requested by the board over the last several years to understand how much money we are paying towards Fluid Resource Management, who is our contract operator for water and wastewater related activities, to supplement our operators that we have on full-time staff. In the written report, we have the various regulatory compliance activities that they perform on a regular basis, and then also the operational activities that they perform on a regular basis, as well as some of the specialized items that they do for us. Again, we have 2 full licensed operators, which is myself and our field operator lead, and then we have 3 other positions that are partially licensed that are working on their licensing. So FRM fills in the gaps for us. As was discussed in previous years, the amount of money that we're paying for fluid resource management for, I would say at any given time, between 5 and 10 people to do various activities that they're specialized in, we would essentially be getting 1 or 2 full-time positions that are not specialized, that are basically all over the place. From July of 2024 through April 2026, the district paid approximately $369,046 total for FRM for services rendered, approximately $260,950 in compliance, and roughly $108,095 in operations. So at $108,000 over 2 years, that doesn't even cover the cost of 1 person full-time here. It goes on, we have, if we were to apply or employ 1 mid-range person as an operator, it would cost the district approximately $125,580 with their benefits and all of our obligations, or an unlicensed person, approximately $57,000 with all of our obligations. So it's still my opinion that they provide a valuable service, especially in compliance. We are working towards having enough certified operators to take care of all of our operation needs. However, even at that point, we would still be using Fluid Resource Management or some other agency to help with compliance, because compliance is changing so fast that unless we employ a compliance person specifically, then we're not going to be able to keep up.
Okay.
And as Director Davis was showing us earlier, there is a chart for this also that's in many, many colors, showing what we spent each year, both in compliance, operations, and other.
I've been getting a shit ton of hate comments, so let's read that. Probably is overpriced.
Sorry. And there's 2 different charts. One is for water and one is for wastewater. And there's the total from July 2024 through April 2026 in both charts.
So to Director Davis's point, why were there so many hours in March of 26 compared to everything else?
Wastewater and water.
It's under water.
Yeah.
I did, oh yeah, I guess, wastewater, I guess, so March and April of 26 for wastewater, and March of 26 for water.
Let's see.
Yeah, that big.
Under water, they were working on a metering program for us to help replace and upgrade meters and sensors at the wells, which would account for that. I don't know off the top of my head what the wastewater hours were. They did assist us with removing a couple aerators, repairing a couple aerators, and doing some sewer jetting along with our staff. So that probably makes up most of it, but I would have to look and see exactly what that was for.
Do we need their staff to assist for sewer jetting?
Only when we don't have enough staff to do it. So like they were here yesterday and today for two parts of a day to help because part of our staff is on vacation.
So this is going to seem like a stupid question, but it probably isn't. So if our cost per hour for fluid resource management has got to be significantly higher than a staff member who would be running a sewer jet. Is that accurate?
It is accurate, yeah.
So why would we not wait until the vacationing employee returned and then have them run the sewer jet?
Because we also have other projects that have to get done that are require those two employees also.
I understand that. I mean, I'm think that paying fluid resource management to run a sewer jetter would seem like an unnecessarily burdensome expense on the district.
So in the overall big picture, I would say no. If you look at it just in that particular case, then I would say yes. So if all we're looking at is just the sewer jetting and not the cost associated with all the other projects that need to get done as well, and all the other projects that are going on right now as well, then, you know, the cost for that isn't that bad. It's not bad for what that is. If we could plan it all out and in a perfect world have plenty of time to get all these things done, then yes, I would agree with you that having them do that is not appropriate.
Well, what I would say is that if we're managing the projects or the work in a way that obviously more complex work is being done with fluid resource management while the vacation employees on vacation, then they come back and then return to the sewer jetting, because it's, for me, I mean, that's like saying you're gonna have, you know, a jetliner pilot fly somebody in a Cessna to Vegas. You're paying somebody that's making a tremendous amount of money for something that's really kind of a low-level task.
So yes and no. Sewer jetting is not like the bottom of the barrel type of task. It does take a lot of skill, and you have to have a lot of, not necessarily training, but you have to know what you're doing, or you're going to cause a big problem. So it is something that somebody needs to have experience doing. The worker that we have with them has some experience, but is not experienced on his own. So yes, I guess in this scenario, we could have waited until the other individual was back off on vacation and done it that way.
How long had it been since the sewers had been sewer jetted?
So we do, because of our limited staff and because of all the other things going on, it's done on a quarterly basis. So we take a quarter of the town and do a quarter of it every quarter. So the quarter that's being done right now is normally done in July.
Okay. Okay. Other comments and questions?
As we, so as we bring in more licensed staff, fluid resource will, the need for them will go away essentially, correct?
So the need for their services operationally will taper off. The need for their services on compliance will most likely stay the same or increase based on what our compliance requirements are. Until we get to a point where we're able to have a compliance person.
Board comment?
Yes. Okay. I know we paid the director utilities a lot of money, and we have a vacant spot right now. The way I've seen and been paying attention, fluid resources pretty much takes care of everything. You know, as far as being in compliance and testing and so on. So I guess my question would be, because they seem to be keeping everything in compliance, keeping the district out of trouble and so on, why do we need a district utilities director?
So there are two different
They're doing the
functions.
job.
There are two different functions. Fluid resource management is providing operators and providing compliance staff,
Right.
but they're not providing management. And that's what a director of utilities is the overall management of the utilities. So they're not, the director of utilities might do some of that work, and they would be an operator, so they could fill in some of that operator, operating time that fluid resource management is taking. But in the big picture, the director of utilities would be the management of the utilities. Right now, the management of the utilities is me.
Yeah, but you have fluid resources basically doing all your work for you.
Well, and I have engineers, and I have other consultants, and I have a lot of things doing a lot of different things. It's, fluid resource management, again, is providing operators and they're providing compliance staff. So they're filling in the gaps of what we're missing.
But best I can tell, what are we averaging a year? I know it's over 200,000.
I think the current year, I'd have to look at what the budget is for the current year, but I want to say that it's 180,000.
Yeah. And to
It's
hire,
probably close to that last year too.
hire one person with benefits and everything, you're looking at almost that much money, right?
Based on my analysis of what it would cost to hire a mid-range person, including their benefits and all of our obligations for that person,
Yeah.
was $125,000.
Yeah.
And then you have one person instead of a group of people.
Right, that's the point I'm getting at.
So there is benefit to that.
Yeah.
But there's also benefit to having somebody here that knows the system and is here.
All right.
Anything else? That's it? Yeah. All right. Is there any public comment on this item? No?
Oh, I'm sorry, there is one, a written public comment.
Okay, let's hear it.
There seems to be an issue if you cannot hire and retain qualified employees, but instead have to contract out to a consulting firm, Fluid Resource Management. Why do you think it is better to hire out than to find permanent employees? How about cut someone's pay and fund these positions properly? The fact you can keep office staff but not physical workers in the field is usually from lack of proper pay. If you pay someone correctly, you would be able to retain them. This might be the reason you can retain office staff so well. They get paid around double what the field operators are paid. And then it lists out different total pay from Transparent California from 2024. And then it ends with San Miguel deserves clean water and a functioning wastewater plant. I am not sure we have either right now. Sean, a San Miguel resident.
Thank you. Okay, do you need direction from us? No.
If you have some sort of direction, and this would be time to take it. If not, then we can move on.
I think proceeding as we're operating currently is probably our best direction.
Agreed.
Okay, we'll move on. Discussion of replacing public posting board at the corner of Mission Street and 11th Street on district leased property APN 021-221-013.
So this item is to talk about what the board would like to do regarding the sign that was, our posting board that was previously at the corner of 11th Street and Mission Street. As the board is aware, in May, somebody